Hi, everybody. It's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. So, this really is a down and dirty. Um, I said on my comment down and dirty today, and it really is because we're just going to fly through this. So, I kind of just, did this here at the last second because I've been working on a major project that I had to get done today. So bear with me. But I think this will be helpful to everybody. So um, I have been a demonstrator now since 2003, and a long time ago, we used to do something called a fork bow. So I don't know if you've ever heard about a fork bow, but it's actually making a bow on a fork. And this is a season for all things bows, right? We are doing Christmas cards with bows, and we're doing packages with bows, and we're doing ornaments with bows. And so I thought it might be fun to show you how to do a fork bow, but I'm going to use something a little different. So let me take you down to my desk. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to take you down to my desk. There we go. And let me get rid of that right there. So here is what you need for an actual fork bow. So I love to use this. I used to use this meat fork all the time for making a bow. And you're going to be like, if you've never seen it, you're going to be like, what? You make a bow with a fork? Yes, make a bow with fork. Now, if you don't believe me, just Google fork bow. You'll find it all over. If you want a tiny bow, just a little fork like this works great. But I actually use something like this. And the official name would be a bowmaker. But really, it's just, this is a good refresher. So those of you who have something like this is going to be a really short video, and then you can just review it. I figured that's something I could just show, and then you can review it. So my friend Linda, her dad made this for me, and all it is a little block of wood with some holes in it for these dowel rods. Okay, and so these can be moved depending on, usually I just use these two here, depending on the size of bow that you want to make. So I'm usually using it in, slot 1 and 2 or slot 1 and 3. And so this is the same thing. So here would be similar to slot 1 and 3, using these two tines on a fork. And same here would be to use these two outside bow tines would make a bow this side. So you can see the comparison. Okay. So this would be the same as like 1 and 3. So just to give you an idea, you don't need a fancy tool. Not that this is fancy by any means. I've had it for a long, long time, and I use it, oh gosh, every week probably. So let's go ahead and get started. And the same process works on a fork as it does on here, but this is a little easier for me to show you. So I'm going to put that right under there so you can see that these are the tines. Let's go ahead and make it bigger so that you can see this clearly. If you have questions, please chime in. So yeah, Faith is very familiar with a fork bow, and Tanya says she has one, but she can't remember. So you're always going to do, well, Faith might have a different way, but the way I'm going to show you is I always work, I'm right-handed. I always work with my ribbon coming off to the right side, and I usually want it to be about 1.5 times longer from the time than I'm making my bow. That's my own thing. I don't know that that's anything official, but I do cut it. A lot of times when I'm making a bow off the bolt, I'll leave it on the bolt and I won't cut it. But when I'm making it with the bow maker or a fork, I usually do cut it. So you can see what I'm saying is I have my two tails are about 1.5 times the size of my bow here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to work off to the right. I have them equal, and I take the one that's in front, right here in front, and I'm going to try to get my hands out of the way, and I cross it over. This is the front of my bow. Okay, the one that's facing away from me is the front of my bow. I'm going to put the ribbon underneath. This is the front of my bow. Okay, so I want to lay that ribbon nice and flat and come back over the top. So it's underneath, back over the top, and then all you're going to do is take this other end and tie it in a knot. It's really, really easy. Once you do it over and over again, get your piece of ribbon and just do it over and over again, and you'll get it. Now, I like to trim, here's my bow, and I like to trim this while it's on there because then I can do it hands-free. Okay, so I trim my ends just like that. All right, so now you can see my bow. I'm going to bring it up here. That's the back of the bow, and here's the front of the bow. But what's nice about when you do it with a bow maker, here's our bow. Let me spread that out of the way so you can see it. I'm going to bring in a light piece of paper. Maybe that'll help. So there's our bow. What's nice about it is it's knotted. It doesn't come off. So when you make a bow, when I make a bow here, just using my hands, and I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to go through the loop just like I'm tying my shoes. Okay, and then I fuss it back and forth, which is perfectly fine. You can do it this way. Okay, so you fuss it, right? And then tie it tight. Look, this is still loose. This is still going to come loose. If I go like that, it comes loose. When I do it like this, it doesn't come loose. So now all I have to do is take a little mini glue dot or little pieces of adhesive and tie that onto my project. So do you need to see it again? Should we show it again quickly? Or should we try? I don't think I can do it with a fork because actually when I do it with a fork, I put the fork between my knees. If I had some kind of doodad to stick it in, maybe I've got my daughter's coffee cup here, but there's probably coffee in it. Yeah, there's junk in it. It's always some junk in there. So I don't see, maybe a vase or a pot or something like that might work. You could do it like that. And then you would just use the twines, ignoring that these two are here. So let's do it again. Let's make a small one this time. I'm going to do 1.5 times. This is frayed just a little bit. I'm going to trim it. Remember, I'm trimming it again at the end. I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to turn it to the side. Over the top. This ribbon's a little large for a tiny bow like this, but you get the idea. Give it a knot. Give it a good tie like that. Trim it. While it's on the bow maker, let the bow maker or the fork be your other set of hands, and then you just slip it off. Oh, this is so cute. I mean, seriously, let me see if I can get my light up there. It's just such a cute, no, I can't do that. It's a cute little bow. So there's a bigger bow. Here's a bigger bow. And here's just a tiny little cute, it's just a cute little bow. So there's just the little tips on making a bow using just a piece of wood with holes in it. But think about some things that you might have. Like I said, you can just use a fork just like this. And I just put this, if I was going to use this, which I always use this, I used to just put this between my knees and I would just tie that tie it with it being between my knees and then just use that as my other set of hands. So I hope you guys, I hope this worked for you. I hope that you get it. Like I hope it made sense, completely made sense. And you guys enjoy that tutorial. So you can go up on YouTube. I'm going to post it on YouTube and you can go look at it all over and over again. There's the December host code. If you're looking for some last minute Christmas presents, you can still order and get it by Christmas. If you use this host code for your order, remember at the end of December, I always send out 6 tutorials in the email to you, full tutorials with pictures and measurements and everything. So if you use that host code, then you'll get a little gift from me. And I hope you appreciate it. So you guys, you have a great day. And if you need to, just watch it over and over again. It's okay. Thanks. Let me know if you do it with a fork and if you like it. So I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.